Hey guys, so today is another Thursday, and for RuneScape that means update day. So there's an update that came out today. I'm going to go over the updates, and I'm just going to say now because I think this is the first time that I've really decided on it. But every Thursday I'm going to try and make update video, or not, I'm going to try and make videos on the updates that come out. So I have done that some of the time for some of the updates, but really it's just been for updates that I was sort of interested in, like updates I didn't really care about, I didn't make a video about. But now I think I'm going to try every Thursday to make a video about the updates that come out. So if you don't want to go and read about the updates, you can just watch these videos. So Slayer encounters is basically while you're slaying. For certain Slayer or monsters, there will be like bosses that appear while you're slaying. I still haven't gotten any. But it's just for pretty much just the Slayer specific monsters like Dust Devils. You have to have 65 Slayer to kill them. So it applies to them. Things like Hellhounds that don't have a Slayer requirement don't have any bosses attached with them. So anyway, while you're slaying, you have a chance of, well, first you have to unlock it. So it costs 150 Slayer points. So if you have 150 Slayer points, go to your Slayer Master and unlock it. And after it's unlocked, you can toggle it on and off without having to pay more points, which is a unique thing. All the other unlockables with Slayer, when you toggle it off, you have to pay again to toggle it back on, so that's pretty nice. And it's for most of the Slayer monsters. Like, here's a list really quickly right there. You can read through that if you want to. Pause the video or whatever. So most of the Slayer monsters are there, and the cool things about it are, and I wouldn't say they're really bosses, at least from what it sounds like. I still haven't fought one. Hopefully during this video I will have some footage of me fighting one of the bosses. We'll see, but the cool things about them are they give 3 drops on the drop table of the original monster. So if you're killing the Abyssal Demon boss or whatever Slayer encounter, you would get 3 drops from a regular Abyssal Demon, or 3 rolls on the regular Abyssal Demon drop table. And so you could get 3 whips in 1 drop. That'd be extremely rare, but that is possible. And yeah, it's pretty much, and then also you get 10 times the Slayer experience, I think. So if they have like 200 HP, you'd get 2000 Slayer experience, I think. That, I'm pretty sure that's what I read. That seems kind of overpowered to me, like, because Slayer is kind of slow skill. So I mean, if you're getting 2000 Slayer experience for killing one thing, that's quite a bit, considering, you know, the Slayer experience an hour. For people who aren't power slaying, is probably like 25k. So if you are power slaying, it's still a decent amount for just killing one monster. But anyway, so that's pretty much the cool thing about, or the main thing about Slayer encounters. And next up, also, this is part of the Slayer encounters, is there's some new items. There's a Mist Battle Staff, Dust Battle Staff, and an Imbued Heart. And those 3 things can only be dropped by the new Slayer encounters, so you have to do those to get these new drops. And the Mist Battle Staff is basically, it's just like the other combination staffs. It gives you unlimited of what the type of element is. So Mist is, I think it's water and air, and then the Dust Battle Staff, I think, is air and earth. So it gives you unlimited for those. They both require 30 magic and 30 attack. I can't really think of anything that the Mist and Dust Staff would be useful for right now. Maybe there'll be some updates in the future where it will be useful, but as of right now I can't think of anything where that's really useful. So it's kind of irrelevant, not really any game-changing type things. But then the next thing is pretty big, and that is the Imbued Heart. So the Imbued Heart gives a boost of 1 plus 10% of your magic level. You can use it once every 7 minutes. So if any of you played RuneScape back in like 2011 or 12 or whatever, there's the Vecna Skull. This is pretty similar to that. So it's basically like an unlimited super magic potion. This is useful for the Trident, because the Trident, the damage bonus, or the damage max hit, is based off of your magic level. So if you boost your magic level, it hits higher. It's the only magic spell that does that currently in Old School. So using this will boost your max hit with that. So that's really the only game-changing thing of the new drops, I think. And then there's also a cool little thing with the Slayer encounters when you kill them in the Catacombs of Za, the new Slayer area, which is you have a 100% drop rate for totem pieces when you defeat the Slayer encounters in the Catacombs. If you're not in the Catacombs, then of course you don't get any. That doesn't apply at all. So 100% drop of a totem piece, so that's pretty useful if you want to kill. Actually, I think I'm probably going to start slaying there on this account. Since I'm going for all the clue unlockables, I want to do like 300 hards, 200 elites. I definitely want to start killing Skatizo for it. I think it's 1 in 5 for an elite off of it now. And with this new update where you can get totem pieces much easier off the Slayer encounters, I'm probably going to start doing that. That's an awesome way to get clues, I think, now. That makes the Catacombs really good. So 100% drop of the totem piece, as I've said a couple times now, and also you get 100% ensouled head drop rate and 10 times higher clue drop rate. So Hellhounds, I think, are 1 in 64 drop rate of a clue if you kill a Slayer encounter. And these last two, the 100% ensouled head drop rate and the higher clue drop rate, I'm pretty sure those apply everywhere in RuneScape. So that's the ensouled head is probably what, like 5k extra drop, and then the 10 times higher clue. As I was just saying with the Hellhound's normal drop rate of a clue is 1 in 64, I'm pretty sure. So with this, 10 times higher, it's probably like 1 in 6 or 1 in 7. I'm not sure how they rounded, or if they do include the percent, 6.4, I mean the decimal, whatever. So that's actually an insane drop rate. That's way good. So definitely, if you're hunting clues, you definitely want to unlock these Slayer encounters. And next up on the update, so the drop tables were also improved for a few Slayer monsters, and one of them is Dust Devils, which I'm on task killing right now. I just read that while making this video. I just barely read that Dust Devils have improved drop table, so I'm probably going to go to each of the bosses, or not each of the bosses, each of the Slayer monsters, and kill them for like 50 kills or something and see what I get, see if I can kind of see what's better about them. I've been on this task, I think I had something like 150 assigned or 200 assigned, and right now they look pretty much the same as before. I did get a Mystic Earth Staff, which I don't think was on the drop table before. I'm pretty sure there was just normal battle staffs like the 3 I have here. So now Mystic Battle Staff is on the drop table, and the runes, I just barely started picking up the runes, and apparently the runes there's quite a bit more of them. The quantities of runes have been increased by a decent amount. So I should have been picking them up during the task, but the Chaos Runes is, I think, dropping like 40 at a time or something like that, and the Soul Runes 20 at a time. So that's a lot better than it used to be as far as runes, but overall the drop table isn't overpowered. It seems just a slight buff to them, not anything significant. And I'm going to go and check out all the other places. There we go, the superior one just appeared on me and it just hit 15. So I don't know how strong these are. This is the first time this has happened for me. So it's already almost half HP, so it's not too strong, 264, but I'm destroying it. So yeah, this is a superior Slayer encounter. I mean, I don't know why I said superior. I'm pretty sure it's just called a Slayer encounter. So oh, never mind. I guess it is called a superior Slayer encounter. So there we go. It is dead. And what did I get? Coins, possibly. I don't know, but nothing significant. There's nothing really on the ground. I picked up some runes and some coins, and that's basically it. So there you go. There is a Slayer encounter. We'll see if I can get any more during the day. Oh, and I just got a Dragon Dagger off these, so apparently there is another new thing. So pretty sure they didn't drop Dragon Daggers before, so that's a really interesting drop. I don't know why they put Dragon Dagger on the Dust Devils, but it does improve it. And so really quickly, just the other updates before I get into the drop tables of the other monsters and more Slayer encounters. The other side updates that aren't as big is Blast Furnace. You can now, they have this thing where you pay 60,000 coins an hour, nice little money sink, and you pay it to an NPC, so it's not to another player, so it is a sink, and 60,000k or 60k an hour, and then little dwarfs will like power the Blast Furnace for you for 1 hour. So that's pretty awesome. You can now get efficient smithing experience every hour really easily without going through the whole stuff you had to go through with the clans and the mess that was, and all the griefing and crap that went on with that. You can now just go there really easily, get your efficient your efficient smithing experience. That is nice. Also, the Wintertodt, whatever, the new skilling boss, or really more the new fire making method, has been updated, or there's been some improvements to it. So previously with it, you would earn an additional supply crate for every 500 points you earn, but any points in between these milestones were of no value. Points earned between milestones will now provide you with a chance of an additional supply crate, even if you do not hit the next 500 point milestone. You must still earn a minimum of 500 points in order to receive a supply crate. Also, a respawn timer is now visible within the prison. The warning message upon leaving is no longer displayed when the Wintertodt is subdued. Potions will no longer be removed from your inventory between encounters, providing you do not leave the area. Burning Brumuk Kindling now provides 25 points. Healing the Pyromancers now provides 30 points. The fire-making experience given for Burning Kindling has been slightly increased. The message displayed when trying to perform an action while the Wintertodt is subdued has been added to the game filter. The drop rate of various items has been changed, including Pyromancer gloves, Brumatorch, and burnt pages. The Phoenix Pet no longer shows as an NPC marker on the minimap, and a small number of text changes has been made. So tons of updates to that little new minigame, and also you can now extend Scab Rights. That's an option from Slayer Masters for 50 points, and there is another Slayer encounter that is to this task. So 2 in like 150 to 200 Dust Devils. I can't remember how many I started with, but not bad. As far as I know, there's no rate on the Slayer encounters, so I'm not sure exactly what they are. And then in House's achievement log now displays White Knight rank and your fastest Zulrah kill. And that's pretty much it for those updates. So now I'll get on to just Slayer encounters and the rest of the monsters that have their drop table buffed, and that was 3,000 Slayer experience for killing that thing. 3,000. So lucky me, I got a Waterfiend task right after that Dust Devil task, and this is one of the monsters I wanted to test. This is about 10 minutes worth of Waterfiends. So these definitely got a massive boost. 200k, that's from 10 minutes. I'm going to go and finish off my task. I don't think that my task will last me an entire hour. My task was 145, so it should be pretty good amount to see how much you get from these. Alright, so I guess I was being super slow as crap before. I'm not sure what I was doing, but anyway, here's another 10 minutes. This time this is 68 kills in 10 minutes. So quite a bit different loot this time. Like last time I got a lot of rune items. I didn't really get too many gems and ores. Just a lot of rune items, but this time it's a little bit like swapped. Not very much rune, but lots of other miscellaneous stuff. But it comes out to 170k. So I finished off the rest of the Slayer task. So here we go. This took me about 15 minutes to do the last 51 kills. So this price check right here is 15 minutes worth of Waterfiends. So 225k. Holy cow, these are good. Overall, it took me 35 minutes to do a task of 145. So 35 minutes, and I profited, or I didn't profit, but I got 595k in loot. So that's in 35 minutes. So it's almost 1.2 million out, but also remember this is on task. So if you're not on task, not maxed, all this stuff, then it will be a little bit lower, but I did get almost 1.2 mil an hour at Waterfiends. Next up, I'm going to be testing out the Kurasks, and one of the interesting things about Kurasks is another new item that came out today, which is the leaf-bladed battleaxe. Unfortunately, this thing does take 65 attack instead of 50 attack like the other leaf-bladed stuff. The stats really quickly, here they are. So 92 strength bonus, 72 crush, which is interesting because it is a 3-second weapon, which is the same speed as a longsword. So I think it might actually, it is better than all the other dragon equipment, I'm pretty sure, for DPS. It's better than the dragon scimitar. It is a little bit slower, but the considerable amount of extra strength bonus does make it better DPS than the dragon scimitar, I'm pretty sure. It is a little bit worse than the whip, but it's pretty decent. So I'm going to go ahead and test these out now. Alright guys, I just hit 30 minutes of killing these, so I'm going to go ahead and see how much the loot is worth after 30 minutes. So I killed 104 or 105, so this is 30 minutes and loot from 104 to 105 of them. And this is of course off task. You can probably see my Helm of Nechryael, whatever it's called. So on task, I'd be doing more damage and I'd be getting more, so that's 600k or 571k after 30 minutes off task, but maxed accounts using this new weapon. Check this out. This guy has a Nechryael Slayer encounter, so it's pretty cool looking monster. So I just finished up testing the Nechryael. I killed 106 in 30 minutes. So this is loot from 30 minutes, 106 of these things. Off task. And 720k according to OS Buddy, 765k according to the other guide price. That's in 30 minutes. Off task. We have the Gargoyle Slayer encounter. This guy has it, so looks almost the same. It's a little bit more white, a lot higher level, shooting like little purple stuff out. Interesting. Alright, so I just finished testing 30 minutes of Gargoyles. I got about 120 kills in that 30 minutes off task, and this is the loot that I got. So 453k in 30 minutes. And so finally, the last drop table that got reworked today was the Scabrites or whatever. It actually refers to a few different monsters: Scarabs, Scarab Swarms, Locust Riders, Scarab Mages, Giant Scarab. So I just went and tested what you would normally kill if you're going to do them on a Slayer task, which is the Scarab Mages, I think, and Locust Riders. Mainly Locust Riders. There's a cannon spot for them, so that's where I went and killed them. You take quite a bit of damage there. I'm probably wearing the wrong gear, but I only lasted for 5 minutes, and I'm probably not going to go back, so this is just a very small sample. 180, or I forgot the blood runes, so pretty much just about 200k, 191k according to this. So there must be some items that are dropping or that aren't showing up on OS Buddy. So 191k according to OS Buddy in 5 minutes. You do use quite a bit of supplies down there, so if you're cannoning them, you're going to be using a lot of money, so that's not all profit. And that is pretty much it for the updates that came out today. So I'll be making these videos every Thursday, hopefully, and see you next time.
We've spent together.